Thank you and welcome to my channel again. I'm Tolulope Philemon Ogwo and I'm your child and adolescent mental health professional. If you're new to this channel, please click the subscription button and the notification bell to get notification for our new post. So today I brought you 3 S's on working with special needs children. If you're a parent and you have a special needs child, these 3 S would be handy in working with your child or in parenting your child. Working with special needs child or parenting a special needs child can be very overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. In fact, as a parent, you can lose yourself. You can lose everything about you, your vision, what you're passionate about, in the place of parenting a special needs child. So, how do you ensure that while you're parenting your child, your personality is not lost, your vision is not lost, what you care for, what you love doing is not lost? Because you need to give them enough time, you need to know strategies, you need to be well empowered to work with your child, because we are not just training, we are not just pushing them, we are not just trying to manage. No, we are raising a child that is thriving, right? You want to ensure that you move from struggling to thriving. So there are strategies you need to know. And in the place of making sure that you put all the strategies into place, you can get overwhelmed. So the number 1 S is support. Dear mothers, dear fathers, or caregivers, you need to seek support. Seek support. Yes, if you're working with a special needs child, you need to seek support. Don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. Yes, I understand, especially as mothers, that your child understands you best and your child bonds with you best. It's well understandable and is expected. But you need to empower every other person in the house to know how to work with the child also. You need to empower your spouse. Your spouse should know how to work with the child. You shouldn't say that if I'm not there, my child will not listen. If I'm not there, my child will not agree. No, please empower your spouse. Let your spouse be fully involved, right? Let your spouse be fully involved. Let other siblings, the child's other siblings, be involved, whether they are younger or they are older. They understand. This is their brother, this is their sister. So they need to be involved. They need to care for him or her also, right? So they should know this is what this boy needs when this is happening, this is what this girl needs when this is happening. Do you understand? Nannies, if you have a nanny, don't say, my nanny don't work with this child. Let your nanny also know he's also a child or she's also a child, right? So let your nanny also know how to work with the child. Let them know the strategies that work for that child, because every special needs child is different. So there are strategies that work for each child. So let them know what strategies work for that child. There was a woman I was working with at a time, the client I was working with. So she was always like, if it's not me, nobody can attend to my child, only me, only me. She had to stop her work because of the child. When she has the child and she knows the child has extra needs, so she has to stop working. In the process, she was the only one that was doing everything, and eventually she got burnt out. She was hospitalized for about 2 3 weeks, and in the 2 3 weeks, the child's life was just like on a pause. Everything in the house almost turned around because there was no other person that can work with that child. So please empower other people around you to work with your child. Number 2, stress. How do you relieve stress? Stress relief. Stress relief, very important. That's number 2 point. Number 1 is seek support. Number 2 is stress relief. How do you relieve stress? So, in working with special needs child, like I said earlier, it can be overwhelming. So, you need to know how to relieve stress. You need to know your coping mechanism. How do you relieve stress? How do you let go of stress, right? So, if it means you leaving the house, that is after you've been able to empower others, after you've been able to get support, you need to be able to relieve stress. So, if it means you going out, going on an hideout, going somewhere, a park, anywhere you know that you can relieve stress, whatever works for you, you need to know it, right? Then you need to relieve stress. So in that way, by the time you are coming back to meet the child, you are well energized, you are well refreshed to work with that child. Even in the process, like the time frame when you are away, you could have worked on whatever vision or whatever thing it is that gives you joy, that keeps you going. that you enjoy doing, right? So you need to relieve stress. Very important. Even if you are not parenting a special needs child, you need to know how to relieve stress once in a while. Run away so that you can be able to take care of yourself before you come back. With these 2 points, you can actually be able to survive once you have support and you know how to relieve stress. But there's one more point that you need to get. Are you new to my channel? Are you watching me for the first time? Please click the subscription button and the notification bell to get notified for our new post. So number 3 point, number one is seek support. Number two is stress relief. Number 3 point, self-care. Self-care. Prioritize self-care. Like this is not even negotiable. While you are caring for your child, don't lose yourself, right? Prioritize self-care. How do you take care of yourself? So this doesn't have to be when you run away, even right, because every day you need to prioritize self-care. Your mental health is important, mommy. Because I'm saying mommy because it's often mommies that have these issues with, right? So you need to prioritize self-care while you are working with your child. Be able to create a balance. You know, when we in a secular job, what you call work-life balance, right? Yes, even in parenting your child, you need to have a work-life balance because parenting your child is a work, is a job on its own. In short, you're supposed to be paid for it, right? So it's a job on its own. So you need to create a balance between parenting your child and self-care, prioritizing self-care. Do you understand? So how do you prioritize self-care? You know what works best for you. But one of the very important things is to know that your mental health is important. It can actually be overwhelming. I can imagine how it feels when you have a special needs child and you have goals for your child or for your children that at this age, this child, all these developmental milestones. At this age, this child should be able to do this. At this age, this child should be able to do this, but then you don't see that working for your child. It can actually stress you out, right? Yes, it can stress you out. So you need to prioritize self-care. Know what works for you. Know how to encourage yourself. When you see that, oh, this part is not working, and just okay, yes, he has actually moved from where he used to be, then if it means that you need to watch movies when the child is sleeping, or you need to listen to a song, or you need to, do you understand? Just ensure that whatever you're doing, your self-care is prioritized, your mental health is prioritized. We don't want a parent that is raising a child, especially a special needs child, and you are depressed. No, we don't want that. We don't want to be managing special needs and managing depression, because I'll charge you for that separately. Do you understand? So please prioritize self-care. So these are the 3 S I've come to bring to you today. Are you new to my channel? Have you clicked the subscription button? Have you clicked the notification bell to get updates of our new post? Thank you very much. I hope it's been value for your time. Are there other topics you want me to talk about? Please drop them in the comment section and I will attend to you as soon as possible. I love you. Till we meet again. Thumbs up.